Hey everybody, we'll be starting here in just a little bit. Got myself some coffee, something to drink. I know I'm normally off this week. I know, it's the first week of the month, but I got the Coriolis stuff and I really want to look over it. I've been on a space kick lately and they sent me an advanced copy to take a look at. So that's what we're going to be doing today here on Corpse Talk Live. Probably won't do the full counter here, just pouring the rest of my coffee and we will get this show started. Hey, Scott. Been a while, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Hey, Nick. Hey, Kyle. What you're seeing on screen right now are all the sponsors from the Corpse Talks we've done over the last year and a half. Some of these have already been given out, but I like to keep their ads playing so everybody can see what it is they put out. Right now is Delving Wood on screen, a local artist creating highly durable wooden floor and tile pieces for your gaming needs. They also have a new stamp collection that's out, which is actually super dope. If you're a fan of gaming paper, it allows you to roll it out and just stamp on top of it. Check out all their stuff over on Delving Wood. If you haven't subscribed to Streamloot yet, it's what we use to keep our shows going. And of course, people who subscribe get 2 free packs a month, plus other discounts that come out as I put out new merchandise, which we got some Mythic Bastion land stuff coming out this coming week. With that said, let's get this show going, shall we? What is up, everybody? It is it's space time. Yeah, we're here for space stuff now. We're a space program. I'm kidding. I have been playing a lot of space stuff lately. The No Man's Sky update dropped and the new Corvette ships are out. So I've been back into that, kind of just like a chill, mellow game to play. But as that happened, I got a press kit release for the new Coriolis. I already knew they were putting out a new one. We didn't know exactly what they were going to do with it. We just knew there was a new one coming. And I was excited. I liked the original. I've only played it a couple times. And we almost ran it last year, this time, as our live show. And I'll be honest, the reason we didn't is because they were making a new one. And I was like, man, I really don't want to have a new one come out after we just did a season. It was hard enough when we switched for Athantia from Pathfinder 2 to Dragonbane. And I felt like if we did a second season of Coriolis and it did well, I would have to make another one. And I wasn't feeling the idea. So I waited. And they gave me a full press kit, and then I was like, I'd love to review this. So they're sending me a review copy. They already gave me the PDF so we can do that live on air. It has a quick start rules. It has a bunch of pre-made characters. It looks really good, dude. And I mean, look, Free League doesn't ever disappoint. So I'm really excited. I want to kind of see what we get out of this. I think it's rare that we get a space game that isn't just either Event Horizon or The Expanse or Traveler style, like that we get something different. And I just got done running Star Trek at Gen Con, which is, it's space, but it's not this, man. It definitely is not this. So we have news and all that stuff we can do, but today, since this is an off week, this is not a week that I would normally put out a show, I figured I think we might skip news this week. I think we might skip news. Maybe. Scott, did you play the original? Scott said look at the quick start rules. I'm waiting for, there we go. Did you play the original? I only played the original twice. I never ran it yet. This is one of those games I have not run, which is rare. I usually run everything like out of the gate. What did you think? There's a lot of new... I actually do have a lot of news. I should go over some of this stuff. I'll go over some of this next week, I think. There's a whole bunch of weird shit that has come out for news. The only thing I want to talk about in news, which I don't even have to record this, we can just talk. How much sass is going on about Critical Role running D&D instead of Daggerheart? Their little crit bunnies are pissed about it. Pissed. And look, it doesn't matter. Like, guys, they just need to make their money. These people who are mad about this, like, maybe I can get a short out of this, I bet. That's probably the better thing for me to do, is just to get a short. Look. They have a lot of people to pay at Critical Role. A lot of people to pay. And they're going to take whatever pays them the most. If they did Daggerheart, they would have lost their D&D Beyond deal. Brennan likes running 5e. It's what he's comfortable with. They're doing 12 or 13 fucking people with rotating groups. I'm just saying, just maybe, it's okay. It's okay if they're running D&D. They're still going to run other games, dude. But they're going to take their $12 million deal, because that's the rumor. They got 12 mil for running D&D. They're going to take it. It's just how it is. Don't be mad, guys. There'll be other shows. Anyway, I am excited to see Brennan run them. But enough of that. I think we're just going to dive into this. I kind of want to just look through it, and then I want to look over everything else. But I think the first thing we should probably do, is watch the trailer. Yeah? Yeah, I think we should watch the trailer. I think that's what I'm going to do. Let's go over there. Yeah, Kyle slipped in, yeah. Eat a little slippy. All right, so let's see if this takes me to the work screen like it's supposed to. It should. Hey, it did it! So, they gave me a dope press kit. It's got a ton of stuff in it, guys. Like, a ton. Let me pause this. Like, a ton. But this is the trailer for the second version. I'll turn it up a little bit for you. I love the art for this game. Looks so good, dude. So Kickstarter was last year. They cranked this out, by the way. This came out quick. So let's see what else they gave me here. There was this trailer as well. I don't know what the difference is. I think this is just the bumper trailer. Yeah. Yeah, this is just the quick ad bumper trailer, which is cool that they did this. This is the kind of shit you should do. Cool. So it was in March. Shit, it wasn't even that long ago. So there's that. Then there's all of their asset libraries, cover art, pack shop, spreads. Like I'll just show you some of the spreads here before we get into it. Like it's gorgeous. I'm excited to get the physical copy. Look at this shit. So pretty. So pretty. Pretty. Art, cover art. The cover art for these I love. I can actually show you both. Look at that, dude. It is, I think it is the same artist as Symborum. I love this. This looks like a miniature. But I love the splatter over it. Like, I don't know, dude. It's got that aesthetic that I dig. It's kind of grungy, man. Kind of grungy. That mark of passion and art that you get with it. And then there's, what is this? This is the artist, I think. I don't know what this is. Oh yeah, these are the people involved. This gentleman and this gentleman. This is the team, I think, for it. All their headshots. All right. So, cool little press kit. But you get, this is I'm going to show you just we're going to scroll through the quick start. I'm going to scroll through the quick start here and just look at it. The quick start is 88 pages, dude. The quick start is 88 fucking pages long. Which is wild. I love this cream background. This art, though, man. Oh, it's so gorgeous. It truly is. I did too, Nick. 100% I've used the Symborum art as handouts. Scott's a huge fan of Symborum. I think I'm playing Symborum at Gamehole. I was trying to get a Coriolis, and I was trying to get a Fabula Ultima. I really want to play that. I've not had a chance to play it or run it yet. Like, this is dope. The fucking crazy crow with like the solar lantern. Look at this. Starfinder is different. Starfinder's a different beast. Starfinder is how do I want to explain Starfinder? Starfinder is fantasy in space. Right? Totally different thing. What guild crests? Can I scroll over a guild crest? Oh, these? Yeah, they're really clean. They basically, I think they just put a star in the background for them. If I think they put a star field in the background, and then they just did masking cutouts and vector. That's my guess. They look great, though. Look at this. I love this kind of speed painting. This is understanding light in a really good way. Someone said that this game gave them Dune vibes. I don't know if I can agree with that. But anyway, so like, look, we got this dope ass. This at 88. I'm just gonna fast scroll. 88 fucking pages. This is the quick start guide. 88 pages, right? Well, fuck that. Because we have the 316 page book. 316 pages. What's up, Starger? How are you, bud? There's a big book. Big book. I don't have this on spread, but here, I want to show you this really quick. Hold on. I did that wrong. Look at this Lost Horizon map. Nick? The art is drab. In Draw Steel. Actually, that's the wrong word. The art in Draw Steel is repetitive. Because they are trying to make it so that it's accessible to everyone. With that, it is you lose the artist's mark, the feel of art, and you get repetitiveness. You lose the soul of the piece to a point. And I get that it's for a purpose, but like, in simplicity, perfection must be present. And that's what I don't see in that art in Draw Steel. This art, gorgeous as fuck. But this is their 2-page spread. Check this out. The setting has some Dune vibes, but not the game mechanics. Okay, Scott, cool. So this is the 2-page. I had to show this, though, the map. I just wanted you to see, like, the table of contents 2-page spread. Wait. And it's all fucking hyperlinked. Hyperlinked. I love these little circle chapter starters, too. Gorgeous. Fucking look. That is just a background. Just waiting to happen. Oh, God, it's so fucking pretty, dude. Where's the... Let's see if it is the same artist here. Hold on. We're going to go back to no spread view. Let's see here. Oh, you easily, it's an option. You click. It's just an option. Mine do that too. If you go look at Breachers does it too here. Hold on. I don't know if I have any hyperlinks in this, but if we go to Breachers, and you go to... Oh, it's got to be in the final version shit. It's got to be the PDF. My PDF's highlight as well for all of these. Oh yeah, dude. This is what I've been working on for little cartographer action here. Camp condition tables. Doing a D100 table for it. Also put how to use the camps in. New camp mods. That'll be out this week. I should be done tomorrow. But anyway. Back to this. 300 pages. Main art is Martin Grip. Totally different artist. Different guy. Different guy here. I like pink. Trying to see what we can see if I highlight. But anyway. Super cool. So what do we got here for chapters? See that? Boom, 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 boom. Damn what, Scott? I've been doing a lot of Shadow Dark work, Scott. A lot. This is the cartographer. My little buddy. This is one of my favorite bartenders in town. Well, used to be. He isn't bartend anymore. But I used him as a reference piece for art. The chapter headings? You talking about this? Oh, these? This here? This stuff? Yeah, it's great. So we can get a color that works. Ooh, the red. The red's kind of hot. I like the red a lot, actually. Martin Grip did some more of them? Okay, cool. It is the same guy. I didn't know if it was him or not. I thought it was the same dude who did, what's his name? Johan. I thought it was Johan. Yule. I love Yule. It's my favorite class. I mean, I made it, but like playing a cartographer as someone who loves drawing maps, it's super fun. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I like it. Yep. It's super clean, a nice textured version. And here, ready? You want to see the biggest thing? This is me going deep spill. Ready? Let me move this. I want to point out that this textured circle, right, is not the same as this textured circle. It's not the same. Nor is this one. Or this one. Or this one. Or this one. You see what I'm saying? You don't get... So like when you learn to set tile, like tile for flooring, you draw from more than one pack when you're doing ceramics and porcelains. Natural stone, not as much, but some of us still do. And you do it so you don't get a pattern repeat with tiles. No matter how you rotate them or what you do, if you don't pull from multiple boxes, you'll get a pattern repeat a lot of times. So you pull from 2 to 3 boxes at a time, usually 3. That is what they are doing here as a graphic designer. They're stopping repetition. Your eye notices it even if you don't. And you can never name what's wrong. That repetitious pattern is caused by using the same iconography over and over again. That's just a little tip for me to you. Even rotating them makes a difference. So, introduction, your explorer, core mechanics, combat and hazards. The bird, its powers. Is that the ship? What is a bird? Equipment and vehicles. Lost Horizon. Guilds and factions. Ship City. Ship City, USA. Woo! Is it Juma and the Charted Sphere? Space travel and expeditions. Delving into the abyss. Creatures and adversaries. Running the game. The Black Ziggurat. And the Outcast Explorer. Oh, Birds of Play is a game part? Gotcha. So you're called Birds as Explorers? Is that what it is? That's why there's all the bird iconography? Just look at the... Oh! I did not know that, Scott. Look at all the... I guess I haven't got a chance to play it yet. That's cool. Look at all these fucking... Just look at the wash design. This looks like traditional oil paint, like you're pulling this with paint thinner. This has got to be digital work, though. Introduction. At last, blessed by our forefathers, we have reached the end of our journey. Captain Ephraim Nago of the vessel Darsaban, upon reaching... Is it Juma? Juma. I think that's right. At the edge of the space, the survivors of a dying civilization made their haven. In a hollowed-out asteroid they named Ship City. Daring in the desperate plan, the next journey into the Great Dark. The debate over nature, the mystery of lurking, and the uncharted void. Whispering prayers for far better tomorrow. I hate that break. I hate when they break this stuff this way. This is a no-no to me. Big no-no. Ooh, I like this highlight color. That's fucking hot. That, like, blueprint blue. Oscar, the great space bound for the unknown. You know, those daring fools, one of the bold heroes, whether ruin deliver, artifact salvager, or mystery hunter. Depending on who you ask, the agents of explorers. I'm going to move this over so I'm not reading it so far off camera. I'm like reading it on the opposite screen over here instead of being here where I can... I don't like when streamers do this and they play games like this. When they keep looking up at their camera like this, it drives me fucking bonkers. So it's fucking stupid. Pisses me off. I know it's a little thing, but it bothers me. So that's pretty cool. 19th century. Inspired by 19th century explorations, deep sea diving, and pulp archaeology, Coriolis, The Great Dark is a science fiction role-playing game about the exploration and intrigue where you'll join dangerous expeditions, navigate to the Byzantine schemes of a ship city, and hunt for keys that unlock the mystery of the Lost Horizon. In Coriolis, the Great Dark, you're part of a crew of explorers ready to venture out into this new universe, the Lost Horizon. You have your shuttle, your trusted crewmates, and a warding guardian in the form of your bird, a strange alien creature that can help you on your journeys. That's very Native American, actually. You all have your separate backgrounds, homes in the asteroid called the Ship City. You're employed by a small guild, the Explorers Guild, and are ready to take on the missions that they give you. Delving into the ruins will bring the best of you all. You'll have to overcome dangerous environments, face creatures from the dark, and endure the ubiquitous blight, a plague infecting both mind and body. Other crews of explorers will become your opponents as you vie for the same artifacts of knowledge. The metropolis of Ship City, they really wanted to make that difficult to say. I don't know why it's tumbling me, but it is. May take on missions and investigations to help your guild build the crew's reputation with other major players in the city. Okay, cool. I don't really care about any of that stuff. Using the book. Is this all hyperlinked too? No? All right. This would be a good thing to print, just to have. Dice. Cards and tokens. Oh, there's a box set. I wonder if that's what they're sending me. So, Scott, do you know why they made a first edition and a second edition? Like, what the point of it was? Like, why did they give us two versions? You know what I mean? Hyperly drink. I'm drinking. Don't you worry. Keeping that coffee hydration. Hold on a minute here. I want to see something. So this is the Great Dark. Do they tell us why they put another one out? Like, what's the difference between 1 and 2? New edition. Here we go. The Great Dark, Coriolis Great Dark, is for all intents and purposes the second edition of Coriolis, the third horizon. The rules have been updated and further developed, and the setting is new and advances the timeline of the universe. The old game will not be developed further, and the old books will not be reprinted. But with open license that is available, fans will be able to create and publish new modules. Oh yeah, that's right. By the way, everybody, they put out a new rule set. Let me find it here. So, if you don't know, Free League has a very robust open game license, and they've added Coriolis the Dark. The Great Dark. That's cool. That's cool. Okay. Cleaned it up. It's a lot bigger book, I'll tell you that. Oh, those collector's edition are fucking sexy. I know it's going to be an alchemy. I got to talk to Chris. I want to kind of go through their alchemy version. I'm actually ping him now. See if it's out yet. See if I can't get a copy of that to look at for us. All right. See if we can't get that. I want this. I mean, I should have backed this. I didn't even think about it. Anyway, back to what we were doing. There is a free license engine out now. I'm going to leave this open because I'm going to, when I record my quick overview, I'm going to do that as well. All right. So, dice. Both dice. Why? What is it? Did you say, Scott? I think they're just revamping things. I still don't understand why we needed the new edition Alien. My understanding for the new edition Alien is we're getting a bunch of stuff added from Alien Earth and from Romulus, and they're cleaning up the rules because they cleaned up the Year Zero engine so much, and that's what that's loosely based on. I think we're just getting a tighter version of it. But I think they're compatible, if I remember correctly, Scott, right? Isn't the first and second edition for Aliens compatible? So, special dice. There are two types of custom dice for this. Both have a symbol on the 6. So 6 and 1s. 6 is a positive effect. Triggers sometimes exceed using the skill. Base dice have. So you need 2 different color dice. Three different color dice? Is this really like the Year Zero engine? Like, do you almost have to have their... I don't think second edition came out yet. I mean, maybe in the backer kit, Scott, but I don't think it's out yet. Yeah, I hate it. You like that, Scott? I don't enjoy it in the slightest. Nope. Nope. Disagree. Whole heart. We're gonna have to have a talk here. Look, I think the first and second episode were really good. The first episode was stellar. I don't need this Peter Pan ass bullshit. I feel like we are watching a story about cyborgs, replicants. It's not good. I don't think it's good. I don't think it's good at all. I don't want to see a bunch of kids in Ghost in the Shell style bodies. It's not what I'm there to watch. Aliens. I haven't seen the latest episode. I haven't seen the latest episode. I will say in TV in general, for me watching very long series, whenever you budget spend on every 3 episodes to make me continue watching the show, I want to slap you and the fucking writers in the face. But I don't give a flying fuck about these kids. I don't fucking care. I don't. The new alien species are cool. Timothy Oliphant is fucking amazing. Or whatever the alien is. Don't say anything because I don't want to spoil for anybody. I'm being spoiler free right now. But this Peter Pan ass story, I don't enjoy it. I think it would have made a great Blade Runner story for TV because that's what it feels like. I just feel like it's missing the mark of Aliens. Now, visually stunning. Visually fucking stunning. Like, if you just wanted to watch a gorgeous sci-fi experience, great. But I think the acting overall on this show is just kind of bad. And I know it's because adults trying to play kids. I get that part, but it's just weird. But again, Timothy Oliphant and the cyborg, that guy, he's dope as fuck. That's what I will say. Well, that's good. I'm excited for that. I will be watching that. I'm going to finish the series, for clarity. I'm going to finish the series. I am disappointed in the story. But anyway, back to it. Back to what we were actually doing. But, I mean, Scott, the 2 episodes before were boring as paste. Were they not? I don't even know if he's a villain, really. Intrigue, hope, mystery, and teamwork. These are all things. This is all stuff that I like. I believe you. But that's not what I asked you, Scott. 3 and 4 were boring. And unnecessary. I don't feel like I really learned anything valuable. This is fucking dope. I'm gonna keep the highlighted. Lost Horizon. Back to Coriolis. I'm very much into too. I love the Aliens franchise. I just don't care for what they're doing. Yeah, it's prior to the Alien movie. Also, could have taken it afterwards, but whatever. The Dying City. Ship City, the heart of the Diaspora civilizations. In fact, it is the only true city in the Lost Horizon. In fact, it is the only... Wow. Even so, is a vibrant metropolis full of life. A paradox is that it's commonly known as the Dying City due to the precarious state. The city spreads out over a rocky surface with rickety alleys and tunnels of Hull Town burrows down deep underground. A Disney drop from a chasm where kite flyers roam, descendants through the mist and cable carriages. Wow, this city is awesome. Where the smell of spices is ever present. Yeah, see, there's that. That there is the part that I think everybody was talking about, feeling like it is feeling like it is what's the word I'm looking for? Dune. Prey was fucking incredible. This city is awesome sounding. Cave gardens, gardeners tend to their precious fields. Smog-filled turbine halls, machinists work in their trade. The city's dust heart and the inner sanctum. A vast of gloomy system caves where the Coriolis perform their old rituals. Aluminum Bay, as far as at the far end of the ship. A bustling harbor filled with crane rats, hull painters, dock workers, all making sure that the great ships are in service and ready for expedition. They return to the surface ahead of the tower of the astrolabe. With the eyes of the Navigators Guild peer out into the great dark, mulling its mysteries. They might look down on the city from time to time and realize what wonder it really is. That's cool. That's a really cool description of the place. Slipstream was in 86. So Slipstream is their travel technology. Oh, and then all those things I just said are the guilds. The Navigators Guild, the Machinist Guild, the Gardener Guild, the Coriolis. What are the Coriolis? Shadowy dust of the city lies inner sanctum, the city's dusty heart and murky gloom. The Coriolis clans reside in a vestige of an old horizon, still murmuring prophecies and prayers from the glorious past, and with dreams to return once again. The Coriolis are a collection of families that hold their heritage from the old horizon, be sacrosanct. They view the diaspora as regretful and the lost horizon as a stopgap in their history. So they're kind of explaining the two versions here pretty well and why it's here. Their beliefs are anchored in the religious and traditional traditions of old, magnified and transformed by the sorrow of their predicament. They see themselves as legitimate inheritors to the power and view of guilds as necessary evil. Hey, man, that's my Iron GM name. That eventually should fade into oblivion. It is. It's my IGM name. There's no single leader over the Coriolis, but in a tradition, religious. Okay, cool. The Black Toad. Guild system that keeps the ship city alive. Huh. Okay. There are lesser factions as well. I love this font, by the way. I really like this. I've been doing this a lot lately. Like in all my work. Like any of my big paragraphs and stuff, I've been doing that too. I will say a lot of things don't line up the way you want when you're doing them. Like this here, you can see like it doesn't line up. Right? Like it's just not perfect. But it's close. So you're playing in the Explorers Guild. Do these things survive in space? These aliens? Do they die in space? The delving business. Here we go. This is what we're talking about. Explorers. So they made dungeon delvers in space. Seen a theme. Explorers Guild is a loosely knit organization that operates the Vermilion House, an old hospital turned headquarters. Excuse me. Perched on the cliffside of the chasm, housing the 4 branches of the guild as well as a leadership staff, the house reserves as a central hub for the guild's activities. Still, many consider the vault, the guild cantina located in the gloom of the Aluminum Bay, as the information hub of the guild. Rune delvers, forming independent teams, are handpicked and trained by Master Mosca and her team. While not directly employed by the guild, they're secured their place in Master Mosca's ledger and enjoy access to the guild's facilities. Missions are scarce, and in between, most crews take other jobs to make ends meet. But when opportunity knocks, you better be ready. You're such a lucky crew. Oh, so your crew going out and barely getting works done. Okay. So the game summary. Here's what we're looking for. I love when a tabletop RPG tells you what the fucking game is you're about to play. I like that. I like when they're like, this is what you're supposed to be running. This is the purpose of the game. I know, like, listen to Brett and Sean back in the day for Gaming and BS. Brett's always said, I can run any game in 5e. I can run any game in. And he's right, you can, but I like when the game or the IP or the setting tells you what the fuck you're supposed to be running. You want that loose guideline to make sure you're running the designer's dream. right? Like, I think that's the hardest part about writing Breachers. It's like, I'm trying to teach you how to go do it, and that's hard to do. Really hard to do in 52 pages. 300, different. But I'm never writing a 300-page book. I'm just not doing it. I don't think it's smart anymore. So what is the game about? Coriolis, the Great Dark, you play explorers that work for Explorers Guild. You go on expeditions that you will see that will see you travel around the Lost Horizon and the Charted Sphere, a wild and largely unexplored part of space where space travel is difficult and dangerous. During these expeditions, you will journey on mighty great ships, trek across wild planets, and delve into ancient ruins left behind by enigmatic builders that seemingly vanished without a trace 500,000 years ago. This has got a little Halo-y vibe. Halo, Mass Effect, the architects, the builders, like a very similar concept. I don't know what I think about that. I thought there'd be something a little more original than that. This game about exploration, mystery, and hope. You'll explore fantastic places, solve ancient mysteries, and work together with a crew, and hopefully help Ship City survive. Read more about the Lost Horizon on page 117. Is it hyperlinked? This isn't hyperlinked, and be mad. It's hyperlinked. And a Charted Sphere on 178. Great Ships on 192. Treks and Delves on 204 and 207. This is genius. This here, these call-outs that we get. Give me this. It's really hard to highlight this. What if I just draw? What if I just draw? Maybe drawing is more the option I want for this. Yeah, there we go. That's what we want. We just want to draw everybody. It's drawing time. Can we get a bitch red? Every book should be doing this. That's important. I wish there was just a circle tool, too. I mean, if I was on my tablet, this would be easy, but anyway. Explorer's Crew and the Bird. Here we go. Here's the bird. The bird is the word. You're employed by the smallest guild of Ship City, the Explorers Guild, led by a veteran explorer, Master Mosca. The Explorers Guild commands a small fleet of shuttles, terrain rovers, and ships that ferry explorers to mysterious sites across the Charted Sphere. You're members of the guild and receive payment for each mission you perform. However, you are also free to take other work if you can. So the crew consists of 5 members, each with a different role. The Delver leads the way into the ruins, first in the dark. The Scout, a scan operator, and Lookout, always scan before entering a ruin. The Burrower, a driller, a demolition, an overcomer of obstacles. The Guard, ready to meet threats from the critters, beasts, and others. The Archaeologist, an expert on building ruins, reading glyphs, and handling artifacts. Dude, this has got some Breachers vibes. Or maybe I have some Coriolis vibes. Anyway. I mean, those are just positions of exploration. You have a special bird assigned to your crew. This is not a regular bird, but a Garuda. An artificial species left behind by the builders. These birds have mystical powers and are adapted to combat blight encountered in the ruins. Take good care of your bird, and it'll take good care of you. Read more about Explorers Guild on page, here we go again, 144, crew rules, and 208, and the bird on 81. And then the ruins and builders. The builders were an ancient race that disappeared 500,000 years ago. They left a smattering of ruins, moments, and artifacts all across the Lost Horizon. They built the star portals that once made it possible to travel easily between distant stars. However, in the Lost Horizon, the star portals are long since dead, destroyed by the blight. A dangerous organic virus that has seemingly infected the builders' ruins. The builders are also left behind as strange and powerful artifacts and are highly sought after today. You're asked to return any artifacts found during your delves, and in turn, you'll get a bonus pay for such finds. These are also the less valuable shards scattered around the ruins. These fetch a fair price back in Ship City. Okay. Cool. And you're there to take, however, you don't overburden yourself. You have to get home in one piece. Again, if you're running this. I like this for such a big book. I think this is smart. Ship City and the factions. We kind of went over those earlier. Another gorgeous art piece. Jesus. So you are a whole-on explorer. So here's their step-by-step character creation. This is cool. I didn't know. I was kind of wondering how they were going to handle doing this. Hold on here. Let me see if I can do this with a mouse. Good enough. Create your explorer step-by-step. Roll your character. So roll and choose your or choose your origin and take a talent. Choose your profession. Roll or choose your specialty and take its talent. Distribute 24 points on your 6 attributes. Collect your health and hope and heart scores. Distribute 3 additional talent points. Roll or choose a quirk. Roll or choose your equipment. Roll or choose your name and appearance. Roll or choose the reason you became an explorer. Assemble your crew and give it a name. Note your crew maneuvers. Ooh. This, get equipment from the Explorers Guild. Choose your bird type and note its powers. Choose your shuttle and rover. Yeah, I'm buying this now. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I'm doing this stuff. For people who want to see it. That is why I'm doing it. Yes, I'm buying this now. That is the reason I am doing this. 100%. It's gorgeous. So. Ooh, okay, so we got a little color change up here. These remind me of the tables from Cyberpunk to roll up your origins and your background. That's what this is. That's what this reminds me of. Look at this. D66. Hold on here. Got a 2, a 22. A 22. Hey, you know what? Hold on here. Hold on. I want an A5. A5 is pretty much all I design in anymore. And I can do 8.5 by 11 print sheets, but I really enjoy A5s. We'll do 8.5 by 11. We'll do an 8.5 by 11 for this. I want a mailing label. Guys. What the fuck? Custom size. Hold on here. Let me pull up this Dropbox again. Did they give us anything fun in here I can use? I'm gonna close this for now so I'm not taking up so much space. Let that load. While that's loading, let's see how quick I can work here. See how quick I can work here. I want like a tattered left-hand side. Like torn. Like this. This will work. Nah, I don't like that. I want something that fits a little better than this. Without me having to erase or blow. Yeah, this is what we want. This is what we want. We want this to be fucking nothing. Just a white. Straight up white background, boys and girls. And then when we flip this bitch, is this flippable? No? Oh, is there another one? That's what we want. That's what we want. We want this. But we want it to be the other way. Hold on, that was perfect. See if we can find another one. I like that. I just want it the other fucking way. Usually you can flip stuff. Ooh! Page 10. I love that you can resize these frames. Right? So I can go like this with it. Now. There we go. These are new art pieces I'm working on for Magic and Monsters. Right? Like this. Okay. All right. What else they got in here? Anything else I want? I love this piece. Is fucking gorgeous. This might become a backdrop, to be honest with you. It's some of my favorite art I've seen. Those banners are too big. I want the logo, though. The black is easier, but I want the PNG. What is the title on this? What does this say? POS? What's this one? Yeah, we want this. Shrink it down a touch. All right, done. So what I want to do, I did this for a reason. Hold on. Am I spelling that right? Yeah. This is how you learn a book quick. Right? That's how you learn a book quick. So we rolled 22. What was 22? Under the sun, the sky of the far colonies. So this... Oh, I changed my color? Oh, that's different. Oh, okay. I didn't know that was a feature. So we get this. All right, copy this, go in here, text it, block it. I don't want corpse talk. I want let's do the let's play. This is a simpler brand to use for it. So this gives us at least our data, right? We'll fucking put this thing down a little bit. I'm just curious as to what all the features are they give you. You know what I mean? So boom, we rolled that. What is this considered? Your origin? So this is your origin. I'm going to put that above this. Like so. Done. Done. All right. So profession. Attributes are strength, agility, logic, perception, insight, and empathy. $24 points. I don't know. Actually, that's a really good question. Do you check their? Are you buying it from their website, or are you doing it from DriveThruRPG? $24 attribute points. I'm gonna duplicate this, and we can just redo it. And I'm gonna put this here, so I feel like that's kind of how I read this in my head. All right. Talents. Talents go... Talent or special skills, traits, and abilities. Oh, I thought they had both. I don't know, Nick. I don't know. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Wait a minute, what? Hold on here, everybody. I feel like I could spend 2 weeks learning Coriolis. So hold on here, everybody. We got another add-on that I did not realize we had. So give me 1 sec. We're going to pop open this too. Is this the adventure? Oh! Guys, you know how I feel about pre-written adventures. I don't run them. But this is a 99-page spread. Look at this. Oh, God, this art. This feels like Blade Runner a lot, too. Oh, these ship layouts are rad. I love that gold style. I know I'm jumping around. I'm talking with Alchemy right now. Woo! Look at that. What the fuck is that? That's awesome. This guy looks like a dwarf when I first glanced. I love this art. This is so cool. Ooh, I like this. Oh, it's broken. Okay, it's broken. That's awesome. Okay. I'm definitely going to have to look through that a little bit more. Anyway. So you got your starting attributes. Explorers, you get a total of 24 points. Distributed across your attributes. You must assign at least 2 and 5. Dude, is there a form fill? Is there a form? Hold on here. Let's go to their downloads. I love their new website overview. They really did, or overhaul. They did a really good job with it. So that's a shop product. Downloads. Oh, look at all this. Look at all this. I was going to ask if they have space combat. Please be form fill. Please be form fill. Please be form fill. It's not form fill. I'll be pissed. Why is this not form fill? If you are a company and you have character sheets and you don't put out a form fill PDF of the character sheets, ugh. Oh, I hate that. I don't see a form fill. I see printer friendly. This is legacy. So we need Coriolis. Coriolis. The great dark form-filled character. I see printer friendly. Why don't they do it? What is the problem? What is the problem? I'm going to download it into this and see if it's something that I can change quickly. If not, then I won't worry about it. So here's character sheets. Yep, no form fill. I'd have to make this form fill. The problem about making these form fill is doing this bullshit here. Even with Acrobat autoing it, it never turns out. It's a pain in the ass. All these little dots fucking suck to do. Suck. It's a copy paste, so many off the axis to make them work. It never is perfect, dude. Because the designer would have to do the same increments. It's fucking annoying. This should have been a form fill. That's disappointing. All right, well, never mind. I was going to make character real quick, but there's not a form fill. I'm not going to fuck with it. I'm not going to hand fill one out right now. D66. Let's see what we get. I'm going to have to make it. I don't know. Actually, hold on, boys and girls. Did I make a D66? From Orkborg? I did. 5 and 6. 56. What do we got? I'm easily amazed. The Quark is easily amazed. Done. Love it. Love it. Boom. All right, what's next? Equipment. Page 25. Carry limit is strength +4. Man, I guess I could just fucking do this. Hold on here. We're going to reverse this, I think. I'm just going to put zeros here. Actually, I really like my numbers before my attribute. Always have. And it's just for layout factor. Why I like it. Because you have an easy left-hand side clean starting point. You can do it right side too. But I've always enjoyed this. And we're going to bold these really quick. Right? We're going to like this. And we're going to select all these. And I lied. I am going to go back to my... What? No, I have the color in here too. I have a color I've been using for everything. So I'm going to go like this, right? I'm going to go like that. And then we're going to highlight these bitches in my weird green. All right, there's our stats. That's where they're going to be. We have 24 points to spend, or 25 points to spend there. I thought it was 24. Am I wrong? 2 to 6. Was it 24? Did I fuck it up? Maybe I fucked it up. The higher the score, the better. 24. Yeah, I did fuck it up. All right, cool. Health, hope, and heart. We'll do those later. Is strength +4 for what is that? Carrying capacity, I think I saw, right? Carry limit. Yeah, 24. So we're gonna like this. I'm gonna go like this. We're gonna do carry limit. I'm just gonna go like this. STR +4. And we're gonna make this that same color again. Right? Like so. And we're gonna move this bitch over here. And we'll just add it in when we're done. Okay, cool. Starting capital. Read more on chits per bars. Read more on 95. Starting capital. How do we know where we started? Shouldn't they have had us do that before we had this capital? You know what I mean? Well, let's do our keepsake. Someone roll a D66 in chat. I'm going to do a keepsake. See what we get. 65. An old Fusillard bullet necklace? Okay. Cool. Works for me. Right? All right, what's next? Name and appearance. Another D66. Got 65 for the last one. Another D66 for this. Appearances are all pretty good. Why did you become an explorer? As a final step assembling crew, determine why your character left your old life to become an explorer. Roll on the table to the right or choose your own reasons. It must be a 2-page spread. Yeah. So we need D66 twice. See what we get. We got a 32. Right? 32. So 32 for Explorer appearance. Long facial scar. The classic hero scar. Long facial scar. Oh, did not count my other one for some reason. Did it too quick, I think. The next one's a 42. 42. All right. And then 42. You promise a parent on their deathbed. Okay. Why'd you become an explorer? So we're going to do Y, explore. All right, cool. All right. Nice. Now this can get deleted, actually. We don't... Now, we'll do this. We'll move this down. We'll move this one up. So I'm going to go like this. Right? In case we have something else goes here. So what else do we have? Assembling the crew. Crew role. Who do we want to be? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So we'll do a D6, and we roll a 6, we're picking. You know what I mean? A 4. A 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We are a guard. So our crew role is we are a guard. I feel like I do this. Move this down. Duplicate this, because this is how character sheets go. Crew role. Bold off. Guard. Delete this. There we go. And we'll duplicate this. So I'm sure we're going to have, like, other shit that goes here. This should probably be name. Olar Skrin. This is the name I'm using for my sci-fi character. Don't know. Made it up. Sounds great. Guild equipment. What do we get? Guard. Strength and perception are our high attribute, and we get the starting maneuver flank. So there's starting maneuvers as well. So we're going to put here. Maneuver. Flank. I feel like this should probably... I think this should go over on the left-hand side. Don't you? Like that. Perfect. And then... I don't need this up. And then what do we got? Perception. So strength and perception should be our high stats out of our 24. So let's, I guess, assign points really quick. I think he's very perceptive, this person. So I think it's only 1 to 6, they said, or 2 to 6. We have 24 points. This is going to be a 6. So 6. Let's do 5 here. He's semi-strong. We're at 11. We're going to shoot guns. We'll give him a 4, so that's 15. I think he's fairly logical. That's 19. See you, Scott. 19. 23. I don't think he's super empathetic. I know he should have a high empathy because he promised his parents. I think this will be the 2. All right, so there's our stat pool, right? Now we can do this. So we have a carry limit of 9. Make this 16. Make this 16. Right? Clean. Looks good. Looks good enough. Guide equipment. So the guide, as explorers, you're all issued standard equipment by the Explorers Guild in addition to your personal gear. Each character starts with these. Or guild equipment. I said guide, didn't I? So let's do equipment. I want a line. You know what I wonder? I want to cut this bitch here. I wonder something. Hold on. I don't want to remake it. No. If I do it from the bottom, I can do it better. There we go. All right, so we're going to copy this. Let's see if I can do this. And then we're going to remove the background. Okay. Can I color this bitch? I'll put a stroke on this, I think, just to clean it up. Let's see what it does. See, I feel like if I open this in Acrobat, I could have pulled it apart, but for now it'll work. I don't give a fuck. But I am going to duplicate it, right? We're going to line it back up. And I'm going to see if I can make this the other color I want. I probably will have to do duotone. Custom. Okay, right? And then we're going to crop this bitch here. So we get that. Ta-da! And honestly, I think I'm going to ditch this entirely. Well, no, let's actually just change it here. Whoops. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. And then let's... I hate when it doesn't let me pick the color. Come on here. We're just going to grab it from here then. Now we'll do this again. Quickly. There, now it's a little cleaner. Okay, back to what we were doing. Text crew against any adversaries. Cool, we got a fighter. Cool. Cool. Did it. Additional crew. Oh, this. That's what we were doing. I was making that line to do gear. So we're going to duplicate this. I'm going to put gear. Right? Non-bold. And then what was the other stuff we got? I think I can Windows F. Yep. So we're going to bring this across. And we're going to do this. Light or standard delving suit. I think I want actually a delving suit because somebody else will be holding the light while I'm holding the gun. It's like I can put one on it. And I'm going to put the rifle separate. Right. Okay. So we know that's our gear. Pretty simple. All right. Name our crew. I guess D66 again, right? See what we get. 22? 22. All right. Mosca's chosen. Mosca's chosen. So let's go back up here. We're going to do this. I'm going to bring this over. Crew name. And then we'll fucking extend this out. Right? Actually, we can probably pull this bitch over. Actually, no, I want it like this. What I'm going to do instead, I'm going to grab this, move it down. I'm going to grab this, and this, and duplicate it. I'm going to bring it up here. Right? And I'm going to delete this part, and I'm going to crop this part. Like so. So now we still have a little bit of the piece here. I want it to line up with this better. Problem solved. And then I'll shove this to the back behind. So it's underneath this art piece that we put here. All right, done. The bird. Your crew is not whole without a bird. Sometimes called the Gardu. The Garda? The Grudar? Garuda? Garuda? Garuda. The guardian spirit, the blight finder. Birds come in many forms, but often grouped in these are three categories. Ward, guardian, inspector. Roll on the table on the next page. Or choose a bird type. Now we're going to roll. I'm going to roll. We get D6. Roll D6. What do we get? What do you get? Got a 4. Yeah, 4. We got a guide. Health 4, energy 4. So let's go over here. Health 4, energy 4. I mean, I guess we just divide this again, right? Let's bring this down. Leave a little space for more gear, right? Seems right to me. Perfect. And then we're going to just copy this. Put it here. And we're going to put the bird. And what was the 2 stats? Guide, health, and energy. Bird. I think I'm just going to do this. Guide. And I have a health. Guide. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to extend this over. And I think it would be this. I think I just want the vertical. I'm going to be health. Number. Vertical. Energy. Like that. Just for now. And then the bird description. See what we get for our D66 roll. 5 and a 2. I really enjoyed D66. So 52. Lavender purple. Oh, you rolled this 3 times. Somebody else roll me 3 more D66s because you roll for each one. So I guess I do need this for the description. Right? Lavender purple, D66. I'll roll them. D66. 2 and a 3 again. A long tail. Lavender purple. Long tail. 55. Thank you, Kyle. Long tail. Loud. Loud. Nobody wants that, but that's what we're fucking getting. Let's see what we get for our last one here. An 11. And its name is this. I'm gonna put his name. There we go. So that gives us his name, what he is. We don't know how his stats work yet. Like, how do you get their stats for? Oh, 4 and 3. It does tell you. So 4 and 3. Word, Nick. 4, 3. All right, here we go. Bird's done. So you get a device. As a crew, you're instituted a Garuda device, a machine that is designed to help decode signals from your bird. Assign this device to the Explorer, the primary handler. Well, I don't get that then. I don't get that. So now we need vehicle names. So we need to do some D6s here. So we have a 2, 5, 3. So 2, 5, 3. Let's put that in here. And we'll get our data. 2, 5, 3. 2, Dust Hopper. Where do we want to put that at here? I guess we could do another one of these. Actually, so we're going to do the Dust Hopper, right? 2, 5, 3, 2, 5, rover name. Oh, shuttle, rover, coat of paint. I see. So shuttle. Oh, it doesn't fit. What was our rover name? 2, 5, Iron Wolf. We ditch this, and we do this. Okay. So Iron Wolf. I don't know if I actually like it this way. I think I actually prefer it the other way for this. You know what I might do? Yeah, I think I might do this. Little old school. Right? Little old school brackets. And then what's the paint color for both of these? 2, 5, 3. Midnight Black. What colors are Dust Hopper? Do we roll a color for each one? I think I'm gonna roll one more. I kind of want it to be a different color. You know what I mean? I know I want to play 2, dude. I think this would make a good solo game, to be honest. 3? Did we just match it? Is it Midnight Black? Midnight Black. They're all Midnight Black. We're just going to go like this. I'm going to bold it. Like that. Right? Now we can kind of bring it over. Line it up again. Cool. I'm not opposed to this. Looks good. I might put a drop shadow on these just so it doesn't blend in the background. We'll see. Or I'm gonna cut this color down a touch, this background. I might dull this a touch. That makes it worse. No, I think I want to keep it that way. All right, cool. Improve your explorer. That's experience point shit like that. So we don't have any of that. You're gonna improve your crew. I don't need any of that. Improve your bird. That's awesome. These are all really cool things, actually. I want to mark this. Oh, I want this to be... No. I don't know. No opacity. It's hard to draw this. Let me tell you what. There we go. This is cool. Being improve your crew. And this is another important point here, because I'm going to do a 15-minute talk over for this. Saying we're going to do a deep dive later, I think. Cool. These are those hyperlinked? I bet you they are. Sure are. So the artist. Okay, now do we have to roll a background? Was there a background table to roll? I didn't see one. Did you guys? Huh. I was hoping this had a random table. Oh, that's cool. So what are these then? I don't understand what this is. Talk about improving them. Hold on a minute. Is that just your position? Oh. This is your actual job. Well, do they have a table for this? I want to know what the job is for this shit. Roughneck. So could I be a guard and be a scholar still? Those are your specialties. All right, I feel like we missed something here. So hold on, we're going to scroll up again. I feel like we missed a character creation piece here. Is it all the way up here? Hey, Scott. I need to put health, hope, and heart on this character sheet. This can go away. We don't need that. We also have talent. I need a D6 for this. We got a 5. Okay. So 5 was this person. Just kind of... Okay. Endurance 1. I don't know what that is. Ooh. No. Yeah, I thought that too, but health equals your strength and agility together. Right, guard as your rolls explorer, yeah. I was hoping there's just a table to roll. So 9. So we need a spot to put those pieces of info. How do I want to do... I'm going to lock this. I don't want to move this in accident. So let's move these over. I think I might put the heart and stuff here, or I might move this over like so. Whoops. I might put them here. So hold on here. Let's heart. Maybe sci-fi. They use circles for everything, so let's use a circle. This is kind of cool. Let's do this. Let's make it our white color. Because it's these two together, right? I'm guessing each one of them adds a different two together. That's my guess, right? That's my guess. Yep. All right, perfect. So with that, we're gonna like this, cut it, paste it. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's just put a 10 in here. Let's bold it. Let's crank this bitch up to 10. 25 seems pretty good. We'll recolor it in that off-white that we have, right? I'm going to duplicate this 2 more times. I'm going to put 9 here. Actually, probably just do 9 and it'll stay centered enough. And this is 6. Okay. And then what was it? It was hope, what, and what? Health, hope, heart. So let's duplicate this again. Health. We're gonna have to, well, we'll do this in all caps. Health, and then we're gonna shrink this bitch down. Actually, yes, I can do it. You guys are getting a little design today as well. A little design work. I didn't color these right. Health. Hope. And heart. Did I actually hit another? Didn't. Just weird. Oh, because it's the 4 that's causing that problem, I think. Wonder if I can letter space and to make it good. There we go. Good enough for me. There we go. Now we have them. Health, hope, and heart. Now, here's the question I have. Are we profession, page 30, your profession will affect many things in exploring, including your attributes, talents. Okay, so yeah, so what profession do we want to be? What kind of guard? We're gonna roll 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8. Roll a d8. Someone roll me a d8. That's how we're gonna fucking do this. We're gonna figure out what we are by rolling a d8, and we'll fix these in this afterwards. I do want to lock all of these positionally. And now if I go into here, you can lock position only. It's Alt-Shift-L. Alt-Shift-L. Wow, that's a bitch to hit. Can I do them all at once? No, you can only lock them. So you have to individually do them. Can't do it to letters. You can only do it. Huh, weird. Why? These I can lock. That I can lock. We got a 4. These lock differently. So why is this all the way down here? Can I lock it now? Well, all I can do is lock these normally. Which is fine, I guess. I'll just lock them. It's not a big deal. I just didn't want... I want to be able to type. So I guess positionally is only for things that have a fillable feature in this program. Okay. What do we get? We got a 4, Scott? One, 2, 3. We're an odd jobber. Odd jobber. All right. What do we get for odd jobber? I already got her name. We don't need to randomly roll that. Key attribute is empathy. I mean, you got a 4. That's not bad, right? These aren't centered. I fucked these up already. I just noticed that. I must have moved them on accident. I didn't mean to do it this way. I don't know how the fuck I did that, but... I did all that work locking these, I'm gonna have to undo them all. Dumb shit, dude. Graphic design, man. Ooh, hell, I hear helicopters outside. Please stop doing this. There you go. Looks good enough. Anyway, what do we get? Empathy. Okay, do we get anything for the key attribute? No. Key talents. Actor, charmer, culture savant, streetwise. Do we get all of them? I'll get a D6 for starting the game with something. See what we get. A 6. Oops. A 6. Accounting ledger. Oh, hey, we get a med kit. That's actually pretty dope. Not gonna lie. There we go. Okay. Done. Do we get all these talents? You usually don't. You usually have to pick one. You know what I'm saying? I think they're just telling you which ones you can take. I don't think the key attribute or the key talent gets you anything. Because if we look at... Let's go back up here to the character creation. Here. This. Distribute 3 additional talent points. I missed that. You've already received 1 talent from your origin and 1 talent for your profession specialty. In addition, from these, you may choose 3 additional talent levels from among the key talents listed by your profession. You cannot go above 2. Okay, so we're going to have 3 points to put between all those. So that means our talents have numbers next to them. So that's kind of like the aliens setup. So this is not it. Where's our talents? Do we make a talent log somewhere? Here. And see how there's a number next to it? So I think instead... What is this origin, technically? What is it called? Do you guys remember? We got Under the Sky. Under the Sunless Sky. The far colonies. Okay, so let's go back up here. Let's fix this. Right? Let's fix this. Ooh, fuck me. No, no. I think that's what it was. Under the sunless sky of the far colonies. Okay, good. All right, so talents. I think talents needs its own area. You know what I'm saying? So I think we're going to delete this and bring it up. And I'm going to leave this associated faction. But I'm just going to put... Oops. Like so. We're going to delete this. So it's got its own space. And then we're going to do contact. Like that. We're going to bold these so they're easily recognizable, right? Right? And then I think we fucking do what we did before. We grab this here, duplicate it, bring it up. Like so. We need to bring this over. I just realized I fucking didn't do it right. This. And then just put this bitch below that. All right? And then I think we bring these up like so. I honestly don't. Like that. I think looks can stay here. Why are you Explorer can probably stay here. Like so, right? So we got this kind of cleaned up through here. And then I think we make a talent section is more what I was getting at. Like we go like this. Do the same thing we did before. And then we copy this bitch. Bring it down. And then we just type talents. Like so. And then it's Explorer. And we know it's a 1. We've been putting our numbers before everything. So let's do that still. I almost want to put it over here. Now I'm looking at it. I almost want to slide this up. And put it right here. Because I think it's going to add to these is the point of it. Or maybe we go... like this on... Where's our carry limit at? This should go here. Because that's our carry limit for this, right? And we go like this. This is our vehicles. Yeah. No, I think we put it here. So, let's go back to what we were doing. It says we have 3 points of spread amongst them. And we are this one here, the jobber. It means we can pick these, and then we get one from this. We got to roll a d6 for this. Let's see what we get. 3. So we are a ice trader. Okay. Cool. Odd jobber. I'm just going to put ice trader. Ooh, I don't like that it doesn't fit. That makes me angry. Actually, we'll do this. Now it fits. Odd job, ice trader. What do we do as an ice trader? Water? You know a thing or two about ice, about the structure, composition, the weight, you know its importance. After all, you traded it for a long time, making sure that the freighter the freighter captains got their cargo in the bay at the time, selling short ice bonds to guilds and merchants alike. We have the free talent barter. So we get barter. And we got 3 points to spend. I'm going to give him 2. I love the idea of him being a barterer. And then I think we get 1 more point to spend, and we can take one of these. Let's see if the talents are after these. They usually are in the way they lay out their books. Usually. Here we go. Actor. Barter. That's pretty cool. Where's Streetwise? Next page, maybe? Survivor. Where's Streetwise at? Am I missing it? I would have thought it had been here. Huh. It's got to be here. I have to just be missing it. Oh, I thought it had been social or knowledge. No. Insight? No. Are they missing it? Oh, here it is. Acquiring stolen goods, finding... Yeah, we're going streetwise. We're going streetwise. Right? So we're just going to do this. Now watch, I'm going to duplicate this shit. And we're just going to delete this. Streetwise. I'm going to leave that there just in case I put another one later that I have everything for it. Okay. So that's our talents. That's pretty cool. So those all stacked together. They basically give us bonus points. Okay, that makes sense. All right, all right, all right. I think our character's done. Right? Let's scroll up again. I think that was all the talent things I needed to do. I should probably memorize this page. 19. Note your crew maneuvers. We did that. Equipment, got it. Bird type, got it. Shuttle and rover. So we got to choose our shuttle and rover. That's the other thing. It told us the style, but it did not tell us what they were. We had to go to another page for that. So here. The Rhino. Crocodile rover. I like the croc. The Sphinx. For hauling ice, I think something that floats is probably the better idea. But the cargo capacity is less. Let's do the crocodile. Right? And I'm going to move this here. I've decided. I'm going to make this black. And I'm going to put this here. Carry limit 9. I'm going to bring this up here. I'm just going to put vehicles. And then dust hopper. And I'm going to put... Is it crocodilian? Or crocodile? Crocodile. Actually, and that actually goes on this one. Like so. And then we got to pick our ship. You can repaint them and do shit? Dude. So where's the beginning ships? Is it up here? Might be a totally different page. Let's go back to the spot. $200. Oh, I was way after it. So we can get the grasshopper. The owl. The owl looks cool. There's the manta. I like the owl. I like the bulkiness if we're an ice freighter. Yeah, we're going to do an owl. So now we have all of our vehicles. We have our maneuver that we can do. I'm going to blow this up. What size are these? It's 29. So we're just going to extend it. What's the exact size? I want this. I know it's an off size. I don't really give a shit for this, though. Right? I just kind of want it to fill the space and have the same font size. That's all I care about. Cool. I'm also going to shrink this down so I quit clicking it. So I think that's our character sheet. I think we finished it. Plenty of extra space to write stuff. As a matter of fact, I'm going to move this bitch down, so we have more room for our vehicles in case we want to put stats or anything later. We're under our backpack limit. All right, we'll move this down just a touch. It's a little too tight. Let's move our talents in equally to this, right? We'll do the same thing with these. And we'll resort their sizing in a sec. These probably don't need to be quite as far apart as I have them. Let's just make sure these are the same fucking size, right? And just do that. So there's a character, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of want to bring all this down. Just a touch. With this. That's what I was afraid of. So we gotta click this bitch first. This, and then this. To like here, I think. This is the only thing I don't like, that it's chopping this ice trader off. You know what I mean? I guess I could put the name up top and slide the profession over. And then maybe add religion. So I think there's religion in this game. You know what I mean? So let's... And then I think we just slide... Honestly, I think we just slide this down. All right. There we go. There's our fucking character. Super clean. And we made a character sheet that we can update. I mean, it's not perfect, but it looks pretty good. For a quick one, you know, for a quick character sheet. It's got the brand. Art. Stats. I don't know what this does, though. We should probably look and see what the maneuver... Now that we're into this a little bit. So let's scroll past here. And I'm going to finish looking at a couple things. And I might have to look at this book more than once. All the difficulties are what I thought they would be. All the rolls seem really easy. I don't understand why there's 3 dice. Looks like you probably build like a gear score for everything. You know what I mean? God, dude, this art's so good. No, they're doing the 1 to 10 cards for initiative. I see. Okay. What is this? Is this to represent zones? What was our crew one called? I have flank. Page 54. Analyze, bait and switch, bird call, fearless, escape, route, destabilize. Flank. You get +3 base dice to 1 attack roll against an enemy. We're good at flanking bitches. Okay. I could probably put that flank. I think this could go just delete this. like that, and just put maneuver. And I think we... What size is this? 16? We're just going to duplicate this. We're just going to delete it all. And we'll bring it over. And then we're going to flank, +3, base, dice, versus an enemy. And we'll bold the flank in. And we'll do the little... Boop. There we go. Now I got our maneuver here as well, right? And we might get more maneuvers later. At least that's what it sounded like when I was reading. See, look at this. Why wasn't this done for some of Draw Steel where it's coming out of the box, giving movement to the piece by it? I wish they would have done that. Literally on the movement page. Contextual. Oh, that's cool. They give you a little... This is great. I like this a lot. That's awesome. I don't understand, though, why the symbols were necessary. I'll definitely have to read over that before I put a full video together. Because I know 6s are one thing and 1s are another. Like right here, it says base damage rating. Each extra blank gives an extra damage, which are 6s. So it looks to me like you're using 3 colors of dice. So it's exactly like the Year Zero engine. So it's gear, stat, and probably skill or something. That means I'm allowed to write adventures for this. You know what I mean? I love this little flow chart. Those flow charts are smart. Weapons. I've always been a fan of the, trapezoid, just like barrel sizes for sci-fi stuff. I mean, I know it's got the barrel muzzle hole still, but I always like that look. They have social conflict rules. This is huge to me. Love social conflict rules. Love when they had that. To me, social conflict rules are important in a TTRPG because not all players are fluent or avid or charismatic speakers. And it allows them to say their purpose and lean to the dice rolls that they want to answer, did they successfully do what they wanted? Yes, I'm going to talk my way through it, and that's what I enjoy doing as a role player. But then people who are like combat, but they still want to take part of the social conflict, they're like, well, I'm going to intimidate him. I tell this guy to fuck off. You can have social conflict rules to solve that instead of having to worry about, well, your role playing wasn't up to snuff. You're not an actor. This kind of solves that for non-actor people. I think that's really smart. Always enjoy it. And I love my players being able to take advantage of it. I'm excited for Social Combat and Daggerheart for similar reasons. Medical equipment. Very simple bonuses. Really clean. Oh, you all know I like my critical hits. Perfect. Hope and Despair. So here's this is different mechanics. So frightful or horrific experience or just pushing yourself too far can temporarily put you out of action or even cause long-term mental trauma. Hope is reduced by despair, just like damage reduces your health. So I think you take damage to your pools in this like you do in Year Zero engine, I believe. And you do it by pushing rolls. Fight, flight, and freeze. Cool. Like it. Heart and Blight. Delving suits, which is what I took because I figured it would be important. Broken by the Blight. One move per round, but not perform any actions. Suffer blight manifestation, immediately roll on the table on page 70. Oh, they got mental trauma, things that happen to you. D66. I wonder if does your blight add? If you suffer additional blight while taking blight, each point of blight counts as 1 point of damage. We strongly recommend that you discuss mental... Yep, yeah, okay. Oof! Glow? Creep? I wish there was something that added to these. I really enjoyed how the alien system, when you rolled with your stress, that based on how much you had, like, tick points, that would add to your fear roll. I kind of wish this had something like that. Maybe it does. You can recover your heart. And so this has kind of got the Year Zero, Tales from the Loop style, where you recover your pools by doing certain things, which those pools, again, are the ones that are here that we added, right? Which are based on these two stats added up. Know what I mean? No, I need to do that. I want to keep that. Please keep that. All right. What else do they have here? Blight attacks, recovering heart, other dangers, fire, explosion, zero gravity, radiation. Hey, I've been playing No Man's Sky. I know all this shit. Drowning. Again, fucking amazing art. Spaceship and vehicle combat. So this is the one that I always worry about in every single sci-fi game. Every single one. Every single one. I worry so much about how space combat's going to work, because it's never any fucking good, dude. Like, I can't name a single game where space combat felt great. And the closest naval combat, I think Pirate Borg has found a really great line between crunchy and feels good. That's cool, though. It's cool they did that. But I don't know how good it will be. I don't know how good it'll be. It looks clean. You don't have positions. No positions. Keep track of ship distances. You can use Space Combat Tractor, available for download from Free League website. Oh. Well, hold on. Let's go back to the Free League website here. Let's check this out. So Free League, space, Coriolis, Great Dark, downloads. Is this it here? Oh, it's just range bands. I see. Okay. Okay. Oh. Everybody. They made solo delve. They made doing delves on your own. Solo versions. Look at this. I think like I am right now. Oh, so good. Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. Where's the owl? Is there no owl? I don't see an owl sheet. I'm just curious to see what the blueprints are. Oh yeah, look at that. Super clean. Man, dude, their graphic design is just fantastic. Like, to be real. So good. So good. So you got vehicle actions, steering, sweeping, speeding, critical damage, chases. Their chase mechanics for these games are always good. The bird. There's like an aviary of them. Nice. Birds and its powers. Garuda batches. Arvada. Falcon companion. Birds in play. Oh, they get Farsight. I should mark that down for our birdie. Our birdie gets Farsight. I'm going to duplicate it. Power. Farsight. There we go. Cool. They use their powers. To use the bird power, the explorer makes an insight roll, which we are not that great at. That'd be somebody else doing it. Oh, there's like a lose control. So basic powers. Attack, soap blight, defend, glow. Oh, they act like a light too? Clear blight, blight scan, and then their advanced powers are fetch, Farsight. Here's the one we get. As a bird scouts ahead, its companions can see what the bird sees up to a distance in zones equal to twice the number of, I think those are 6s rolled. Expression, the bird stretches its head straight up, glowing faintly before it takes flight. Oh, that's kind of cool. They give it like an idea of what it looks like. I like the clean simplicity for the layout. That's really cool. Lots of powers, though. The Phoenix engine, it comes back to life? What the fuck? How does it? Oh, yeah, you can buy new powers for it. That's stellar. That's really cool. Custom guild technology, too. I think that's a different art piece. Delving gear and supplies, delving suits, supply points. Hey, does this sound familiar? Breachers and breacher points? Sound familiar? This is a great new playlist from White Bat. It's Industrial Metal Playlist Exterminator. It's actually a really good playlist from them. So cool. Okay. We're obviously not going to go through everything here today. I just want to give a good scroll through so I can record the 15-minute, like, first look. The diving suits, dude. Yes. Fucking bleak knots, baby. For those who don't know, in Athantia, you dive into the dark tides as bleak knots, and you're in these suits that are like Iron Maidens. They flay you, and they put these like spine version suits on you, and you get wrapped into them permanently. There's like a leather wrap that goes over you, so that the alchemy bulbs that you have can pump alchemical solutions into you while you're down there. That's part of Athantia, though. Super fucking dope. I'm actually pretty impressed with the concept of the game and the rough mechanic understanding I have. This art sells the shit out of this, though. Really does. And I love that there's full-on rover upgrades and what they do and things like that. Like, this is solid. Scott, if you're still here, what made you guys play Traveler instead of this? Huh. Heirlooms. Oh, dude. That's a fucking Stargate, man. This doesn't feel like, someone told me this felt like Arabian Nights in space, but I don't get that feeling really at all. Unless the religion part is where that really falls in. I think Kevin wanted to wait for the full race. Okay, so that's a really good reason. I can't argue that in the slightest. This looks fucking stellar. Yeah, I think I get the hard copy this week, is what they were saying. And I'm going to do another, like when I do a longer show, because we're getting into the winter months, I get to go back to streaming regularly again, Wednesday, Fridays. I'm going to do a flip through of the book itself. And then I might do a little solo game for myself as well, just to see how it turns out. It was, yeah. I don't know why, though. Like, I read the first one. I didn't feel that way about it either. It was called it, though. You are right. A lot of people called it that. I think it's just the religion in that felt like it. And the name. The naming conventions for a lot of stuff definitely felt like Arabic in origins. It at least, or Middle Eastern even in origins. I shouldn't even say one thing. More Middle Eastern in origins. Three eras. So early era, middle era, late era, the Builder Enigma. Okay, cool. So they kind of broke down all of this stuff. Look at that shit. Famous ruins of the Charted Sphere. Is the Charted Sphere... So... what is the sphere? The Charted Sphere? I thought the sphere was just a certain area of space. Within the discovery of the slipstream's branches and mapping of the three main arms made by the Grand Expeditions, the Lost Horizon opened to Diaspora. Today, great ships depart Aluminum Bay with regular frequency, leaving Juma to travel into what they call the Charted Sphere. Encompassing 11 systems that have all been surveyed in the last century, the sphere is still composed mostly of unexplored territory. Small packets of civilization are spread thin, a major exception of the three way stations, each hosting a population of thousands. Still, there are colonies, outposts, and trading stations to be found all across the Charted Sphere. Humanity preserves and finds a way forward as it always does. Read more about it. Okay, yeah, so it's like an area that is declared mostly charted. So these are then the charted areas you can find. Dig it. Fucked up. That's not good. Don't go to it. You're gonna die. That's bad. Whatever that is, that's bad. That's a death sentence. If you don't think that this is a death sentence as a space traveler, you're wrong. You're wrong. That's how you die. Delving too deep. The blight gets worse the more you dive. Okay. So did they talk about what diving is? Deep vaults. The final by the far common category are deep vaults, difficult to locate, hard to get to, and often challenging to even enter. These ruin sites have been constructed to be as inaccessible as possible for a reason. All in all, there have been less than a dozen deep vaults discovered in the history of Diaspora, and all of them have been outside Juma's system. There are diverging theories about the original purpose of the vaults. Some argue that they are tombs of important individuals or of the builders' civilizations. Others claim that they were constructed to protect others from dangerous artifacts then, so like locking things away. Yeah, another theory is that the deep vaults are meant to be some sort of time vaults for the purpose of repopulating the horizon when the time was right. I mean, that's the three ways that I would GM that. I would definitely see those 3 points of view as how I would put that out for players, because you want the mystery to feel mysterious without being so expansive that your players can't grasp it. You got to give them jumping off points. Cool. Artifacts, shards, machines, art. You have to, man. Delvin is dungeon crawling. Yeah, I knew it was dungeon crawling. Right. I was just wondering if there are specific sites which they explained. I think the dungeon crawl is important, man. I think it's a... I don't want to do it all the time, right? So, like, I don't want to have dungeon crawling be the only thing I do, but I sure as shit like that it's a core mechanic in things like Shadow Dark and games like that, because the crawl is that exploration that is grounded enough for a player to understand. Without it, for example, trying to do space combat where the distances are 360 is hard. But the idea of a dungeon is easy, at least to understand in premise. I don't feel like they had those last time, though. Did they, Scott? I don't think they had delving in the original version. I could be wrong. I don't remember. I wonder if we're going to put a comparison chart together between the old version and the new version. You know what I mean? Faction relationships. Nice. Standings. Okay. Cool. They're teaching you basic stuff. You got all your guilds. Oof. This art. Oh, man. So fucking good. Nope. Okay. That's what I thought, Scott. I didn't think they did. It's good to know. Okay. A little bit of everything. I love the name of the Black Toad, by the way. Explorers Guild. Okay, we're halfway through the book. This fucking art is so good, dude. Turning in artifacts, that's kind of how it works for points and breachers. Master Mosca. I think this must be Master Mosca. Cool. Lesser players. Mining Combine. The Wreckers. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Gondolas between everything. This reminds me of Moldavia in space. The Ship City. Oh, wow. If I remember correctly, there is a map of Ship City. Look at this. I love when people go to do maps. They basically rebuild the Planescape's sigil maps. You know what I mean? This is pretty. It's a really pretty map. It almost has a amusement park vibe to it too. I dig it. I dig that a lot, actually. That's super fucking cool. So I was leaning in to look at it a little more. So they have all their Dying City stuff. This book is definitely made to be looked at 2-page spreads. Gorgeous art again. Very textural. Chasm. Oh, that's cool. I could have waited. The Ship City map's right fucking here. All the gondola art. Wreck Alley. The way Free League and how Shadow Dark and a lot of the newer games like Morkborg have come out. Actually, less Morkborg. Morkborg's more of a layout style for me. But the way this stuff is written, concise and short for the rules that really make you understand what you're doing, I really have enjoyed this new style of writing that I feel has been missing since the 2000s up, since 3.0 and up. The clarity wasn't there. And I feel like the clarity is really here in all the stuff they do. Monty Cook Games really started nailing that too, actually, the clarity notes. So the Juma star system out. I love this gold coloring. I love this. I wonder how well it prints. I want this to be like foil cards. Gold foil cards. I mean, it'd be really cool looking. This is excellent, man. Oh, like a spire, lighthouse station, cool. Charted sphere, the 3 way stations. So here's the charted sphere. It looks like a mining map almost, the way it's done. Very cool. And they have like the routes that you take to go through everything. I'm with you on this, Nick. I want to play. I want someone to run this so I can play. Really do. I want to play in a campaign. Beyond the sphere, the abyss, the rim wards, the heart of the horizon, which is what our background piece was, the far trench and beyond, and then looking back. The way back to Old Horizon is deemed impassable. So that's what they did. They moved the ship. They moved the timeline and gave us a new... I'm fucking fine with this. I think it's great. And the fact that they are telling you right here what this is, I'm fine with this. The way back to the Old Horizon is deemed impassable. No maps or records exist. The vast black void the Spora once crossed. Yet, whispers persist. Agitators, rim zealots, and revolutionary prophets claim that the Old Horizon is still reachable and that the darkness is now empty and widely believed. But for now, such beliefs remain only rumor. I think it's smart. I kind of like that. I mean, Crown and Skull has done something very similar. You know what I mean? Very fucking cool, guys. Dude. Free League knows how to sell a product with layout and art. And Nick, if you're here, look how clean this is. How easy it is to digest. But through marks and proper breaks and barriers, it is way more enjoyable to look through and read than draw steel. As a layout. Yes, yes, I love this kind of stuff. I love printing this stuff and having it at the table for the players. Is this the flagship? Features of a great ship. So what do we got here? I want to look at this. Gravitation projector. A large generator and exhaust system ejecting gravitons that push against the nearby gravity fields, thus propelling the spaceship forward. Weapon systems, turret, that's cool. Bridge, nerve center, yep. Docking station for other ships, reactor, prospect module, workshop, servers, life support, hangar. Infirmary, awesome. This is fucking dope. Why? Who rolls? Explorers usually don't... Oh, explorers usually won't be at the helm of the great ship. But you can still make players make dice rolls for maneuvering it, getting them more invested in the dangers of the voyage. Some consequences on these rolls will affect explorers directly. Because, yeah, it's a team. So they're basically saying, yeah, you can do the rolls, but it's a team of people who are rolling it. And then they have, like, guard duties and crew assignments. And, okay, I like it. It's more like a living city than just you manning it and doing it. The only time you're going to have those vehicle combats, it looks like, is when you are planet side for stuff. For the scale of things. And they show you a good, if we scroll back up here, they show you a really good scale of a vehicle to a ship to give you an idea of how big these fucking things are. Shuttles, and so now you're riding in shuttles, and that's these. I love this owl design, man. Mid-sized shuttle, designated the owl, was built for endurance and adaptability, and most by prospects and scavengers from remote missions. Designed for former asteroid hauler. That's cool. The components you can add on to the shuttles. Land exploration, how you trek and do. I can see some indicators, too, from Lord of the Rings and how they were doing their travel system. I can see a little bit of, like, marks of that. That's creepy looking. Delving into the abyss. Delve basics. How you do it. The roles. Playing the delve. Other delves. Preparing for the delve. This is what I was wondering what was different. Cool. Random tables, baby. You know I like this. Delving hazards based on your position. Nice. how to so delve procedure. So they made a procedural out of how to do this. Delver rules agility modified by talents and equipment. Success, the delves progress 1 marker per bonus. Supply is reduced by the same amount. Key location is reached. Explore it. If not, a hazard occurs. At the end of the move, roll a d6 to see which crew roll is affected. Because like we up there, you can see all the different rolls. This is what I would want this printed. This table is important. If it's not in the GM screen. Describe the hazards and play out the effect. And then 2, the explorer suffers blight according to the highest level. Roll for each blight and then return to above to continue the delve. Okay, cool. Failure, go to 2. All right, nice. It makes sense to me. It's clean, it's simple. I want to know how you make this fun, though. This is a really short procedure. You would have to have some really good role play to make a procedure this simple. I would love to see Free League put out some samples of this procedure and practice to see how they're making this evocative every time you use it. Because tables are not that big up here, right? Because you're only a D6 plus the mod. I think the mod's the blight, if I remember, or how the level you're at. Distance to exit. That's how far you are. So this also feels a little bit like how hacking works in Cyberpunk Red. The elevator concept. Yeah, speak of the elevator. I don't know how that motherfucker's holding him. That's got to be shot out the back up into here somewhere. I think I would quick draw while I was doing this. So see how they have this here? The way I think I would handle this is I would have a marker and I'd be like, all right, guys, we're starting here. You guys are moving this way. You know, down below you, there seems to be an open space, right? That goes like this. You need to get down to here. This task level is a 3. This is how I'm doing breachers. And then you just put a circle for the group is here. How are you getting down here? What are we doing? Penalty is a -3. Up is, this is, and then the way that you do Veins of the Earth is this is always north. This is, oh, sorry, no, I take that back. This is always up. This is always down. This is always west. This is always east. Right? When you look at it, because up and down is more important than north and south when you are diving in something. So I think I would draw like this to make this picture. That took me, what, 2 seconds to draw? And then you could just kind of fill the screen with different colors and draw it as you go. That's how I think I would do that. For me, do it like, because I'm designing so much travel stuff right now to make it fun. Supplies. Lots of fun tables in here. I want these all collected into a sheet. How much supply to bring? Delve between 15 and 30 markers deep. This means explorers need to carry a total of 30 to 60 supply points to traverse the delve and return if unhindered incidents combats. Okay, so you're carrying supplies. Fucking 60 would be hard to carry. They have camps, doing supply runs. It's just kind of what's going on for how I have my game set up. That's the advanced stuff that I was showing you guys. I have not read this, so I'm glad we're the same thing. Oh, here you go. They kind of drew a delve example. How it goes. Cool. Good, I'm glad they gave an example. I was afraid they weren't going to. I should know with 316 pages they were going to. Creatures in combat. Containment protocol. Ferocity. Am I seeing some Dragonbane here? We might be. Look at that. Secreting ice. Casing something in barnacles. Swarming. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, signature attacks. They sure are. They brought a little bit of that aliens and Dragonbane into this. That makes me happy. I don't know if this was in the last one. See, even these look better than the draw steel shit, man. I just... okay. Ooh. I wonder if these are a language. Or symbols of the creatures. You know what I mean? I wonder if they are something. Shipmites. No. No. Slipstream. Is it Nebia? Echoes. Yeah, those are symbols for them, I think. Cool. That's awesome looking. Getting some bright orange here. I do love this color scheme. As a GM, you have many tools at your command, strange phenomena, endangered creatures, but the most important devices in the story are the non-player characters that antagonize the explorers, adversaries. These can be used to create tension and drama, especially if the explorers have personal relationships with them. All adversaries have attributes, talents, and equipment. The standard adversary with no specific occupation or specialty is assumed to have a rating of 3 in all attributes, like the city dweller. It's up to you, the GM, to decide if the adversary has any extra talents or gear. Cool. Nice little clean table. What? That art piece, though. That is amazing. Solid. Then they have a whole running the game section. Themes of the game, how to do it, what to do. Smart. Go big on atmosphere. Be generous with clues. Narrative versus mechanics. Follow the players. This is huge. This is huge. Set the stakes. Attrition as a tool. Fail forward. Reuse NPCs. Threaten their base. Reward the explorers. Use the bird. Use the bird. Not that bird, but you know what I mean. They teach you how to make an adventure. Talk about downtime, one-shots. Oh, this is smart. NPCs and adversaries, some better examples of them. I love that they're color-coding that. And here's creating a delve. This is great. This here is fantastic. Using these as a jumping-off point to teach somebody how to write a delve for what they're doing. Genius. That's really fun. I dig this a lot. All right, we're almost done. I already know what I'm going to say for recording this, too. Mission? So, oh, is this an adventure? Oh, yeah, the Black Ziggurat. There's an adventure here. Cool. The situation, the mission. There's a handout here you can get on page 208, it looks like. And download it for free. Cool. We'll get to 283 in a minute. The locations, the crash shuttle. This is really clean. A map. Top side, side tunnel. I love this breakdown too. Okay, so these delves feel a lot more detailed than I thought they were going to, but they don't feel too much. And this map is awesome. And they still treated it like a fucking grid, boys and girls. Smart. Do they put a compass on here? This is up, down. Up, down. Cool. What? A oversized praying mantis? If anybody has been watching Resident Alien, no. Okay. Here we go. The deep chamber. Meeting the navigator. Cool. Aftermath, but that's awesome. And then this is the map you give them. So this is that same kind of map, just a glow style, and you're telling them this is the scans and you can't see shit down here. That's a smart handout, and this is a smart handout. You know what I mean? And then Outcast Explorer. Solo rules. The solo rules are baked into the game. Normally they make you go download it, but this is awesome. That is awesome that you just get it. I might try this. Into the Red Garden. I love playing these too because it gives me more ideas for how I'm designing my stuff. Oh, you get a bonus bird power, starting experience. I might have to look into this more. Why are you called an outcast? Oh, so you're a group down here doing stuff. Okay, so they give you a different character to play, so you're more just checking the red gardens. Man, that sounds like the Crimson Mold. Lot of parallels in my design philosophy here. Huh. Really cool. I like that they put these solo tools in a divination table into play. All the normal things. These are great random tables too for you to use for your main campaign as well. Inspiration. So here we go. I wanted to know what their inspirations were. Across a billion years, so the books, engines, gateway. Okay, I've read a lot of these. The Visitor's Guide to Rainy City. The Falling Suns. The Light of the Ghost Star. Oh, that's actually really good. Mini RPG about delving down in the ruins of old Earth. That's actually really cool. Into the Odd and Electric Bastion Land, because Chris McDowell's a fucking G. Traveler, of course. Always. There you go, Scott. Traveler. Always, it says. The Vast in the Dark by Charles Ferguson Avery. A fantastic atmospheric little game. Cool. And then they got a forward here as well. Nice. Oh, here we go. This gives you a really good reason why they do it. Why leave the third horizon behind? Simply put, we completed its story with Wake of Icons, fundamentally changing the setting. It was time to move on. But where? After years of debate, we found our answer. The Lost Horizon, a wild, mysterious place where star portals are dead and the builder's specter looms large. So they answered the fucking question. This was smart. And this is like in the back of the book. And remember, in the Great Dark, one thing is constant. There is always hope. Hyperlinked. Please tell me this is hyperlinked. If this isn't hyperlinked, it's not hyperlinked. Oh, nope. The numbers are hyperlinked. Awesome. Your new systems, your crew sheet, and then your solo delve. What a genius fucking book. All right, I'm going to use the bathroom, and then we're going to set this up, and I'm going to record a 15-minute. All right. I think I know what I'm going to say. I think I'm golden here. So I want this up. I want those up. I want Mm. Do I want this one? Not really. I kind of want to pull up the Dropbox one for myself. I want this trailer. And I want the biggin. Okay. All right. So we're going to start with this. End with this. Delete this. Talk about this. We're going to read the back of the book first. We don't need that. I will mention these. I don't need this open. I do want the Kickstarter open. Okay, we'll probably hit this after the trailer. All right. Let me get our music. I should probably start with mine. We'll start with the Final Girl instrumental, I think. Yeah. We're going to go back to me. Full solo, though. Show add-on. All right, I'm going to record this. You guys ready? Starting recording. Let's see if we can nail this. I need a timer. Timer. All right, so there's that. All right, I'm going to start this. So 3, 2, 1. Hey everybody here, we're talking about Coriolis, the Great Dark, as a first look. If you've not seen a first look before, I give you some of my ideas, where it comes from, what you're going to get, is it worth your time, the whole 9 yards. I will start up front. This book is fucking gorgeous. That's it. That's all there is to it. If you just wanted an art book of amazing sci-fi pieces, this is the thing. There's a lot to learn as a game designer, a layout artist, and as an artist in producing an atmosphere in a book that just sings praises of the game you're about to play. Now, with all that said, this is Free League. Free League is known for putting things out for us that just hits that mark. And I know a lot of people were worried because Coriolis came out in like 2008 and we've already had it. And people ask, why are we getting a new edition? You know, like we do with D&D 2014 into 2024, except it's the same fucking game with a little bit better layout. That's not the situation here. The Great Dark is an expansion. It moves the story forward. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you the trailer really quick, and then we're going to jump into reading the back of the book, and we're going to talk about what you get inside of this. And then a little tidbits and notes of some things I have marked in this gigantic 300-plus page book, plus all the things you can get from Free League's site already, and some things I do think are missing, but maybe with a little begging, borrowing, doing it ourselves. Since they have a license, maybe we can get some of the things that I feel are missing. So let's take a look over at Coriolis and their trailer, which came out. I got an advanced preview of a bunch of stuff, and this is the full trailer for the game. So let's check this out. Bats! So here is the trailer. Just the art, man. Just the fucking art. It's so good. Look at this. This is something that you want to play just because of how gorgeous it is. Now, maybe that's me returning to No Man's Sky feeling this, but I just feel like they give you enough atmospheric, environmental pieces along with the look of like the golds and the blacks and the bright reds, and but it's not so defined that you feel it has to look that way. I know people are gonna be mad at this, but it is gorgeous art that if you were to make or find pieces of art for your game at home, you could easily do that. You could find pieces to fit. The Kickstarter is already done. It's shipping right now. You can find it over on DriveThruRPG and on Free League site, obviously. They also have the full box set and the full book. And then there's a quick start guide that's like 80-something pages if you just want to do that. Their Kickstarter crushed. It did really well. Over 7 mil for their seek, which is their money over there. A gorgeous set piece. You can see everything that's here. I'll put a link down below. There's no reason for me to read all this to you or look through it more than I am, because you can do this on your own. But what I do want to do is take us over to the book, and I want to talk about the back of the book, and I want to talk about why they decided to do this. Because remember, we had another Coriolis and everybody was already playing it. Why in the shit do we need an expansion? Or why do we need to move this forward? So this is the back of the book. It tells you everything that's in it. You're explorers in a dangerous world. You do the work, few others will. That's the concept of this. They've had delving into the game and these old structures and the blight, and they really made something awesome. They have rules for making your explorers, your upgrades, your talents, your vehicles can all be upgraded as well, and so on. But let's take a look at the cover of this book. This book is gorgeous. Now, I have this in a big spread right now, but for the review, I think I'm going to take us back to the odd 2-page spread. And the reason I say that is this book deserves the 2-page spread. Your cover for it, your Lost Horizons, this is the area that you're playing in the game. Everything is hyperlinked in here. Everything. And they do some really smart stuff and how they explain things to you as you go through. I love the little title headers here, the art pieces that kind of evoke what you're about to read. You can see how they explain how to use this book, what you're supposed to do. You can see areas where I'm circling things. The reason I did this, if you want to see the deep dive and how we went through this, and we made a character live, you can see that in the live show, which I'll link down below as well. But this is a dice game based on your D6s. You're going to have multiple pools. If you're familiar with things like Year Zero or Tales from the Loop, this is going to harken back to that, where you have 3 colors of dice that you are rolling. Even Aliens uses it as well. So you don't have to buy their specific dice, but you can. Or you just go get yourself a couple different sets of dice and then use these. And the problem's solved, right? Not hard. Everybody has D6s at home, right? So they kind of break down how it works, what you need to do, what everything looks like, all of that. They tell you how to run the game. They give you the breakdown of the Lost Horizons, and this book is 316 pages, full of factions, talking about going into the abyss, the delving business, and what the delving business is in this. They gave you the idea of dungeon delving, but here, they give you all of these amazing like game summaries, what you can do, and everything like that. You'll see I've starred stuff because I was trying to build a character, and they have a great breakdown on how to do it. Great D66 tables, 2D6 for the 10s and the 1s place, if you don't know what that is. Professions, keepsakes, everything that makes a fast character. Not only do they let you make fast characters, they also give you a bunch of pre-generated characters if you just want to play the fucking game. And they give you one for each kind of role within your explorers, the things you're going to do. And a lot of this is going to look familiar because you have a stat with points that you're doing and damages you can take to the pools and all that kind of jazz, what your primary is, and so on. You also have a bird that travels with you that's like this alien, I don't know how to explain, made creature that can absorb the blight and they get special abilities. And then you have a full crew as well as you start going through the game. Look. Not only is this impressive, not only do they nail the art, the fact that they have explained why they made a new version is really important to me. Everybody, when we are getting a new game, wonders, why are you making a new edition? If it's too soon, we feel like we got our toes stepped on and we overindulge and overbought in one system, and then 5 years later, you're giving us something else. That's not the case here. One, it was in 2008, and they did a whole storyline of different adventures that have come out to get you through the game. And now they wanted to move the story forward, which meant moving us further into space. And by doing so, we're getting this brand new area where there's always, as they say, hope. You have a chance. There's hope that things can go right. And that's what they did in this game. And all the normal things you expect, like your talents and your professions, all the things that you would expect to be in these games exists in this as well. And in a way that is clean and simple. Most things are like on a 1 to 3 scale. They're adding dice to your dice pool, and you're usually looking for 6s in this game. That's just kind of how the game is built. So you can see here in the talents, for example, those exact things. There's a little bit of everything. I'll zoom in a little bit here. You can kind of check how the talents look. These are your combat talents, your social talents, your vehicle talents. The kite operator, we're going to look at the city map for what they call the ship city or the city ship, the main area that you're playing in. It is gorgeous. It harkens back to old maps from like Planescapes and Sigil. But there's tons of different things here in it. They break down the chapters well. Yes, they're going to teach you combat, all things you know. I'm not here to teach you how to play the game. But on first look, the thing that I did enjoy is that they are giving you a flow chart for close combat and combats and hazards and how to handle them. I think that's hella important. They also have social conflict, super important to me. Not all role players know how to talk and eloquently say what they want to say, but they may want to play that kind of character. And this allows you to do that. Super fun, super fun. Then, of course, we got our critical hits, because we all know I like my critical hits in games. You have your hope, your despair, your heart, and your blight. These are damages that you take as you're playing the game. Those are the pools. And I made my character sheet because they didn't have something we'll talk about later. But my character I made, I put them next to him because I know that health is strength and agility. Hope is your logistics or logical and perception. Inspiration and empathy is your heart. And I made my character really quick, just in Canva, made a quick character sheet and busted him out. I got an odd jobber who's an ice trader. The role is a guard for the team. Our crew name is Mosca's Chosen. I'm from under the sunless sky and the far colonies. I work for the mining combine. I have a cantina owner that is a friend, which who doesn't want that? Especially as an ice trader, maybe I sell her rocks. I'm easily amazed. My keepsake is an old Pilisara bullet on a necklace, like that classic style. Looks, I have a long facial scar, classic explorer. Why you explore? I promised a parent on their deathbed that I would continue doing what I do, or maybe to continue what they were doing. I have a 1 in an explorer, 1 in streetwise, 2 in barter. Those are the dice that get added to dice pools when I'm rolling. All my gear is there. I got a high carry limit. Then we even rolled our bird. It's a lavender purple, long-tailed, loud bird that has farsight. Like, all of this was randomly rolled, and I think you could do it really quick. This game just sings style. It just drips it. They have all the different vehicles. You get your hopper. You get your shuttle. They teach you how to do chases. There's extra powers you can get for your bird. Like, I don't know. It feels so complete. Now, with that said, let's talk about some other things here that I think are important. All the art and everything that's in here is gorgeous. From, your armors and everything, the gear matters, and I feel like that's really important in a game, especially in a sci-fi space game. If your gear doesn't matter, I feel like you're kind of collecting things for no reason. And nothing's worse than collecting gear that doesn't have purpose. In this game, I feel like all the gear has purpose, and there's tables of it for not just you, for your organizations, but Also for your ships, your ground vehicles, your shuttles also have tons of stuff in them. They give you 3 choices for your ground vehicle kind of to start. Same for your first flying craft, your shuttle. I'm sure we're going to see more books come out with these things as well. They break down how they function, how to use them, how to do combat. But then there's like the big ships, like the monster ships that you kind of operate out of. And those ships are huge. These are things you kind of drop out of when you're going to go do your jobs. And while that ship is large, there's then the ship city. Look at the size of this. This thing is ginormous. And all of these art pieces that I've been showing you that are important to the game in Free League publishing style, they have yet again given them all to you in downloadable PDFs that you can print for your game. Notice that this is a solo sheet. Yeah, this game gives you a full solo piece in the back. You don't have to download it separate. There's a whole thing. You're playing a different styled character in the Red Gardens. So you can play solo and do these dives on your own. Like, this is a huge, huge thing. They break down all the sections of the city so well, but they give you room to grow. I don't know. I just feel like they made a space game accessible and not overwhelming. I feel like a lot of times space games, in the words of Robin, you're whelmed. It's too much. It's too much. Like, it's hard to dive in. But here, they even give you how to look back. Like, you can see beyond the sphere and looking back. And they talk about the old horizon. The way back to the old horizon is deemed impassable. No maps or records exist of the vast black void Diaspora once crossed. So you can go play the old games, but it's not talked about as much. Like, that is the past. We're moving forward. But if you want to go play it, you can. They give you breakdowns on how to handle ship expeditions. The great ship, by the way, is this. This is the features of a great ship. Down here, this little piece here, this is what your little land vehicle's size comparison is. This reminds me of the old Star Wars books. If there's a cutaway, it'd be even cooler. But how awesome is that? They're kind of giving you a breakdown for everything. Then those are the flying ships. You have the options to pick from. We picked the Owl because I thought the Owl was just a cool looking ship. And then they talk about delving into the abyss. And this is the part that's new. They've added dungeon delving into Coriolis as an important part of the game. They have tons of procedures on how to do it, how to run it, how each one of your roles within it are important and what they do. They have, again, a procedure you can follow for a flow chart. And I was talking on this piece here and drawing like, oh man, if I did this, I would draw these boxes that come down and explain that this is a -3 to get to here. And this room here, if this is your up using veins of the earth, and this is your down, and this is your wet. And then I started drawing all this, right? Drawing all this. Super cool. I scroll another page or two. They're like, no, we got you. You don't need to do that. Here's how we are putting this together. And they teach you how to write a delve. All the creatures and adversaries have that AI mechanic. I know, I said the word AI. The AI mechanic where you roll and they kind of have actions they do. We've seen it in Alien. We've seen it in Dragonbane. And now it's in here. And I really enjoy that as a GM. And you don't always have to roll. You can pick if something is more suiting. But they tell you can roll or pick what you want. A bunch of threats and adversaries. They color code adversary pages for you. I love this puppeteering page. I think it's amazing for the running the game. You know what I'm saying? And they break down how to run the game really well. What do you do as a game master? They also talk about the points you should be hitting, like reusing NPCs, failing forward, set the stakes up front. Let your players know what the stakes are. All of that kind of stuff. They talk about how to make campaigns or one-shots, which is really cool because sometimes you're trying to get your people to play this. And I feel like we see these in all modern RPGs, but I feel like they're really nailing it. Especially with stuff like this. This is the idea of creating a delve and your 14-step program on how to create your delve. There's so much in here that I can't cram it all into what we're talking about right now. It's just not feasible. There's too much. And with that being too much, there's only really two other things that I want to showcase. I think that it's important to understand that there is the Outcast Explorer, which is the solo game. It's like 20 pages of how to run it, but there's some really good tables in here that I feel like you can use in your main game as well. For example, when you're rolling, they're kind of like Chris McDowell's Sparks, and they talk about Chris being a reference point for when they were designing, but there's great sparks for things to do, like character sparks or location sparks that give you ideas on how to make your game different. But the most important piece that I want to talk about is the entire index is hyperlinked. And I also want to talk about, most importantly, the afterword. This thing, they explain why they made the game the way they did. And I kind of want to just point out one piece of this. I think it's pretty pertinent to why you should purchase this game. I'm not sponsored by them. They gave me a free copy to look through. And I asked for it because I was interested in it. But they didn't have to do this. So you can see here, right here, with Coriolis the Great Dark, we wanted to create a game that stayed true to the core premise. Secrets uncovered through play with exploration at the heart. We moved away from the well-worn Firefly-style freelancers in a ship model, aiming instead for the spirit of the 19th century polar expeditions, where the environment itself is a force to be reckoned with. The great ships brought intrigue into the wilds. The slipstream made voyages long, dangerous, and unpredictable. So this new version, why do we do it? Why did we leave the horizon behind? Simply put, we completed its story with the Wake of Icons, fundamentally changing the setting. It was time to move on, but where? After years of debate, we found the answer: the Lost Horizon. A wild, mysterious place where the star portals are dead and builder specters loom large. Look, they told you why they're doing it. They give you a full hyperlinked index, tons of cheat sheets that you can get. Like, it's awesome. But that gets me to the let's talk about what I think is missing. There is a couple things. One, every one of these sheets need to be form filled. As people who play more and more online, and don't get me wrong, Alchemy is currently ingesting the Coriolis stuff in. We'll be seeing that sometime, I'm guessing, before Christmas. It was part of their Kickstarter stretch goals. You can see that over here in their stretch goals. They talked about what you're going to get. One of those things being Alchemy. Alchemy makes great animated stuff, so I'm excited for that. But we don't have form-fill character sheets, crew sheets, ship sheets, solo sheets. And while I can print them here with my printer, I would rather have a form fill. I can have it on my phone, have it wherever I want. I would love to see an app, too, to track this stuff. I think Free League needs a hub app that has all their character sheets and everything in it, so I can just have my characters here and make random generated characters quickly. I think that would be really smart for them to make for Android and iPhones. I don't know if they ever will, but I would like to see it. I really would. That'd be great. Overall, I spent, I don't know, probably really 30 minutes making the character, an hour and a half to 2 ingesting the game, kind of looking over what it is. I want to play this. Like, truly. I can't say this enough. I really can't. This game looks amazing. The concept feels fantastic. And if those two things together can give me the game experience of being an explorer in space, awesome. And I'm sure you can use some of the first edition Coriolis rules to travel through space more, but this book has that covered. But I get to dive into old ruins and find unexplored things and do it in a system that's clean, fast. I don't know. I think they found something here. I know that the old Coriolis, everyone said, was Arabian Nights in space. I don't feel that with this. And if that is the case, let me know. Does this Coriolis feel like the old one? Is it Coriolis or Coriolis? It's Coriolis, right? Let me know down below, are you picking this up? I know some people in the live show already have. If you want to see the full version of this live show, I think this live show was like 3 hours long. And there's a bunch of me scrolling through the book talking about stuff. But in this 20-minute piece, I wanted to make sure I gave you just what you're getting. So my first look is really simple. It is gorgeous. It needs to be played. And it needs form-filled PDFs. That's it for me here on Corpse Talk Live in this first look. If you're picking it up, mention it down below. Around me is going to be things to click. Subscribe, other videos to watch. And don't forget, Monday nights on the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th week of the month, we do our actual plays. Currently, we are finishing Mythic Bastion lands. Then we're going to be going into something new here for our fall season. All right, stop recording. So I think that's it for this. Is a longer show than I was going to do, but man, dude, this looks good, live people. Like, creeps, I want to play this. I really want to play this. I think this book is stellar. Pun intended. Pun intended. I know Nick picked it up. Sounds like Scott's guy might run it here again soon. This is just a fantastic way to play space travel. Play space travel. Well, that's it for me. I won't be back on until Monday. I'm off tomorrow, but I'm going to be doing some cartographer work. I'm trying to get my cartographer out this week, so if I can get it out by Saturday, Sunday, I will. It's really close. I added more. So it's taken a little longer than it normally would. So I'm excited for that. I really am. I really want to finish this up. But with that, we should probably do my thank you. Let's thank my Patreon members here, everybody. So thank you to all my Patreon members for helping me make this happen. Look at how far this puts me over. I'm going to fix this right now. I feel like I've been fighting this for like a week. And subscribe. There we go. Thank you for all the people here who helped make this stuff happen. I couldn't be doing what I do without Patreon. And honestly, without the subscribers of Streamloot, the people who buy cards and everything else. I might put a Streamloot subscriber piece below this too, so it's not just Patreon. They're the toe tags, the names that matter, the people who be remembered whenever this ends in the future. If it ever ends. It matters. This allows me to do what I do in my off seasons and just to pay them goddamn bills. So thank you so much. If you've not subscribed, please do so either to YouTube or you could do it over on Streamloots if you like taking part of those cards during our live shows. We have a bunch of interviews coming up here for Corpse Talk in the future as my fall season is now rolling in. I will be at Gamehole Con. I will be running Breachers there as well, with your chance to buy your copy of Breachers and have me sign it there at the show. But that's it for me today, everybody. Have a great one, and stay fucking rotten. I'll see you guys on Monday for Mythic Bastion Lands. Bats, take me home.